All right, we are back for more commentary on another Scotch doubles match here at the APA Lincoln City, Oregon Chinook Winds event this week. We had completed singles yesterday. We're on Scotch doubles today. We're going into teams tomorrow. A lot of fun these players are having here, and we have another treat for you. This is 16 versus Just Getting Lucky, and this is the second match in a row on the stream table for Team 16. They played incredibly well against Lucky to Be Here earlier and won that match. And now they're playing another match on the same table. They're playing against Just Getting Lucky. So for Team 16, you have Scott Bernard and Ashley Rogers. They are going to go to 4 games. And Team Just Getting Lucky is Sherry Roberts and Wayne Wakabayashi. Sherry is a 3 and Wayne is a 6. Their team needs to only go to 3, so it is a 4-3 race. And Scott Bernard getting them started. Team 16 getting started. And I'll tell you, on the last match that we watched, Scott performed really well, had a very good shot to set his partner up on the 8 ball at the end of the game and securing that win for them. So very nicely done. See if they can keep that momentum going. Just rattles that 12 ball just a little bit. Okay. So here we go. Wayne Wakabayashi, a skill level 6, getting started with solids here at the table. Just loosening up that 2 and 1 ball, trying to pocket the 2, doesn't quite get there. So now Ashley at the table. I think she wanted to set her partner up for that 9 ball with a little easier opportunity on the 9. So Scott's going to have to do a little extra work, but I think from what we've seen at his skill level, this should be okay for him. Send that 9 down the rail. Yes. Right into the hole. And the problem with that shot is it was really kind of hard to control the cue ball. He was going to be running into another ball and getting a little unpredictable as to what shape he was going to be leaving his partner, Ashley, with. And so this is what we have here. So I believe that the shot is the back cut on this 15, and it's difficult. You have to hit a really thin piece of it, and she's going to go to the other pocket, also hitting a thin piece of it, but this one's going to bring the cue ball back into the path of the 15. Oh, nice try. or the 11. Sorry, it is the 11 ball. Good try there. So now team just getting lucky. Sherry Roberts coming to the table. She's going to attempt the 1-2 combination. Wants to hit it nice and soft to try to hold that cue ball for the 4 next. And not sure if she held it close enough to the rail for her partner to get the 4 ball. I think it's very close. He might be able to do it rail first. Just coming into this rail right before the 4 ball might be the way to go if you can't see it cleanly. The nice thing about this shot is you have automatic position on either, the 7 or the 5 or something down here. So I think you don't have to worry too much about getting shape on another ball. So that does make the shot a little bit easier. He does go rail first, came a little bit early on that rail. But good leave. Not giving up much for Scott. And if you guys are watching these two teams compete, make sure to share the stream out there. Let's share it to your Facebook page or wherever you want. Get these teams an audience to play for. Hit that share button. And also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel on EvoSports. We are going to be streaming all weekend long. All of the APA action from this event on tables 8 and 9 will be streamed on this channel. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notifications button. What that does is it just sends you a little push notification when we go live with a new match, so you can decide if you want to watch it or not. So good shot there from Scott. Setting Ashley up for that 11 ball, and now we're going to have the 13 ball, and it might actually have a path to get to the pocket here. Yeah, it does, because he's looking at where he wants to bring the cue ball. So the problem is if he has to rub the rail first to get this ball to go, sort of zigzag its way into the pocket, he's going to have to hit it really soft, and that's not really going to give the best leave on the 8. If he has a full pocket, he can hit it with some pace and hold the cue ball, and he did. Very nicely done. So Scott Bernard has been shooting exceptionally well. I've never watched him play, so I don't know his normal game, but I'm impressed. He is a skill level 7, which is as high as they go. So that can, from what I understand, can have a very large range of skill level. Some 7s can be much, much better than other 7s. But Scott is definitely a talented player, but not taking anything away from Ashley. She's doing great to keep in the games and close out games a lot of times. She's made a lot of the 8-ball shots that were clutch. So they play really well together as a team. Playing the 7-ball off the 8. It's a great shot. Really keeping him in trouble here. So now Shane's going to, Scott's going to have to come with something really difficult just to get a good hit on this 8-ball and not scratch, because you don't want to risk coming off of this rail and coming into the 8 and then scratching in the corner. That's a very real possibility. I think that you just have to give up ball in hand here without, making an attempt. I think the idea here is just try to tie something up. I might even just pocket this ball for them. Pocket the 7 ball and get it out of there so they don't have an easy way to break out the 8 and 4. And just go ahead and give up ball in hand. Okay. So he gives up ball in hand, but he also lines it up for a combo there. So I think he really wanted to put that 7 in the hole, just take it off the table, so they have one less ball to try to break out the 4 ball with. So smart shot from Scott. Just didn't quite get to the hole. And I do believe that this combo is on for the 4-8-7. So now Sherry Roberts, skill level 3. All right, so I've got my co-commentator, Benny, back. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Patrick?
I'm doing very well. So watching this match, this is the second match that we've seen with Team 16, Scott
Okay.
Bernard and Ashley Rogers. They're on the 8 ball right now, but the team that's at the table right now is just getting lucky. And that's Sherry Roberts and Wayne Wakabayashi. And they're eyeing up this combo here, the 4-8-7 combination, right? So this is a touchy shot. You want to make sure that you don't hit it too hard because you don't want that 8 ball to come back out and block your shot on something else. And so it's just hard to get a leave on another ball, right? Making the shot was easy. Oh, great shot there. That worked out really well. And now Wayne at the table, who's a skill level 6. Oh no, sends the cue ball off the table. And that's going to hurt. That's going to give Team 16 an easy 8 ball with ball in hand. And that's Ashley Rogers coming to the table. So we saw Team 16, they played last match. They played Lucky to Be Here, and they played really well together. So I was saying that the way that they play together, the communication, their style, I have to say that they've got to be one of the favorites to go deep in this tournament.
Okay. What's the rundown? Like how many games each team has to win?
Yeah, so 16 needs to go to 4.
Okay.
And Just Getting Lucky needs to go to 3. So 16 is a skill level 11, combined skill level 11. And Just Getting Lucky is the combined skill level is 9. So it's a 4-3 race. But now it's an even 3-3 race because they got the first game. So yeah, they got the lucky draw of 2 matches in a row on the EvoSports live stream table. And again, folks, you're watching this on the EvoSports live stream system. This is a player-run live stream system. Super easy to use. The players just enter their names on the tablet. They put their race length in, and they hit start stream, and then they keep score on the tablet, and it's super easy. We don't have to do anything as live stream. We're just commentating, right, Vanny?
Yes.
It's not. We're not doing anything over here. We could be, you know, kind of. And the thing is, we could be anywhere. We don't have to be here. This is, you know, we can do commentary from anywhere. It's a remote commentary feature that we offer. But this is a system that we sell to bars and pool halls, where they can subscribe to the system and install it at their local pool hall. And players can just come up and use it whenever they want. They can start and stop a stream whenever they want to and get their matches on YouTube. So it's pretty fun.
At Clark's and Let's Go Places. That's at Clark's and Let's Go Places on 42.
Okay, so here we go. Ashley Rogers eyeing up the 10 ball here.
And Trading Spouses. Trading Spouses, Marius Sinankit, 41.
And no luck on the 10, but didn't really give anything great for an opportunity.
Husky and Coot and Old Timers, they're all playing on table 40. Tony and the Tiger and Runs and Roses, Tony Tiger, 39. 38 is going to be Wonder Twins with Magic and Muscles. 37 is Q Believers and the Nukesters. The Nukesters and Q Believers on table 37. Stop Hollering and Sam Bam, thank you. Sam Bam, thank you. Stop Hollering, you're on table 36. Despicable Us and Tips and Snips. You snipped your tip, and you're playing Despicable.
Tips and Snips. I'm getting a kick out of all these team names when they announce them over the PA system.
Likewise, pretty entertaining.
It is.
What are we?
They should have contests for the most creative team name.
They get a prize.
Yeah, like there should be a patch, like an APA patch, most creative team name, you know. Okay, so Ashley, not sure what she's shooting here. I don't really see a... Oh, I didn't see that ball. Didn't know she could hit that one. Okay. So she puts that ball in a good spot down here because it does block this 5 ball from going in. That's just going to make it a little bit harder for just getting lucky to get anything going with this rack because that 5 ball is just in a bad spot. Oh, we've got Sean Self in the house. Welcome, Sean. So, Sean, are you friends with any of these players? Can you tell us anything about them? What area they're from? Didn't really get a chance to talk to them before the match started, so not familiar with any of these 4 players other than just meeting them briefly here before the match. Any intel on players that you can put in the chat would always be helpful for us in the commentary. Oh, heck of a shot from Scott Bernard. He's pulled off some really impressive shots.
Okay, cheers to change on that. Soy Crew, Cheese Pouches. You're on 31. Cheese Pouches, Soy Crew.
Cheese
on
pouches.
31.
Cheese pouches.
Cheese pouches.
Okay. But there must be something inside there that we don't really fully understand, but okay.
Teresa, for your mini tournaments, I can give you 51 to 70, 53 to 72.
So let's see what Sherry has in store here. Sherry's looking at this 2-4 combo here. Could potentially go. Not a bad choice to kind of get going and get your partner to the table and figure something else out. That is what she's looking at. Okay, so I got some intel here in the chat. Sounds like Scott Bernard from Team 16 plays on Sean's team in BCA, so I guess that must be out of the Salem area then. Potentially out of maybe Jammers or Colby's, somewhere down there. And I haven't looked up a Fargo rating because I know they don't use Fargo in APA, but I am curious. If I was to guess at Scott Bernard's Fargo, I would say it's probably around the, based on how he's been shooting, I'd say it's around the 620 range. But I'm about to look it up now just to see how accurate I am with my guess. Don't see him in there. Interesting.
So I thought this doubles tournament was yesterday.
So he just skims that 6 ball first, so he's going to be giving up ball in hand here. And now Wayne has the opportunity now to get that 5 ball, because that was the problem for them. It was the only ball that was really in trouble the whole time. And now they get ball in hand. They get the chance to get out of trouble a little bit here. Oh, just a little get close there. Okay, so now Sherry with the chance here. I think she's eyeing up the 2 ball. Does pass the 6. She could also play the 3 if she wanted. Nice shot from Sherry. And Sherry is a skill level 3. And her partner Wayne at the table right now is a skill level 6. Well, Sean, do I have Scott's name right? Is it Scott Bernard? That's what I had down here. Maybe I'm not spelling it right because I didn't see it pop up in the Fargo Rate app. I'm just curious more than anything. I know they don't use Fargo Rate in APA, so I don't want to dwell too much on that, but I'm just curious. He's a 640-ish player. Sounds about right from some of the shots I saw him execute. Okay. So here we go, Ashley, with a nice shot there, leaving her partner, Scott, a little bit difficult, longer shot here. I think he's probably going to hit this just with a roll, just nice and slow roll this ball in. I don't think he's going to put a lot of pace on this thing. Yeah, I like that. Great shot, good position. Just take what your partner gives you and make the best of it. And he made the most of that. giving his partner a good look that's nice and straight on the 14 ball to play that up in this bottom left corner. Oh, just a little short.
Oh, my
Oh, she might have got, I was going to say, second chance.
chance.
Now, do you like the Vanny? Do you like the rule of the no calling of the pocket? So, like, if you miss your shot and it goes in another pocket, do you like that better, or
I,
do you prefer playing that way, or do you prefer like it has to go in the pocket that you want that you call
I prefer going in the pocket that you
call?
call,
Okay,
but I know that
because your opponents can get lucky sometimes, right? And they miss a
Mhm.
shot, and then they get lucky, and then you get kind of penalized for that.
yeah.
But I guess it works both ways,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so now Wayne looking for a stop shot. He just wants to put a stop on that and leave that cue ball right where the 3 is and give his partner a nice easy 8 in the side. He ends up getting a roll out of it, so wasn't able to stop the cue ball there. You see the cue ball roll forward after it
I
made
did.
contact. I think if he gets a
Did-
little lower on that cue ball and follows through on his stroke, he can just stop it dead right there and give a real easy 8 ball. This is still manageable, though. She should be able to pocket this 8 ball. I believe she's going to.
What
Yeah.
would you select?
I'm going the side pocket. It's closer. It's a big pocket. She's going to go the corner. I prefer the side there because it just takes the cue ball down here and is kind of out of danger. If you go for the corner, you do kind of play the risk of you run the risk of scratching, right? If the 8 ball goes here, you kind of run that risk of scratching in the side. And it's more difficult of a shot. So, but it's kind of a shooter's preference. Oh, that's why, Sean, I was spelling his name with a B-E-R-N-A-R-D, so it's B-A-R. That's why. Thanks for helping out. Now, the Fargo app only works if you actually know how to spell. There it is. Yeah, he's a 630 out of Kaiser, Oregon. Yeah, okay. All right.
Can we get a referee with
Oh.
keys over to table 6? Please.
An unusual miss there from Scott, and turning the table over one more time. For team just getting lucky, they need to pocket this 8 ball. I stole your notepad and pen. Did
Oh,
you
no
notice
worries.
that?
Yes, no worries.
Like, oh, she left me the notepad. Thank you. Oh, what a shot. Excellent
That was a great
shot from Wayne Wakabashi.
I always keep a notebook and pens. I prefer using pencil.
I like it.
I
Yeah.
always keep.
It is nice because you can erase because
Erase.
we make mistakes. We're humans.
Yep, that's how I look at it.
Yeah. Okay, so a great 8 ball shot from Wayne Wakabayashi, skill level 6, really puts it down and makes them pay for that mistake that Scott made on that missed shot. That cost them the rack, and they got to be real careful because you're playing a team that is lower skill level, so they only have to go to 3 games. This can get away from them real quick. So every game is important. Okay. Sherry Roberts to break. Pockets the 2 ball, and that's going to give them solids because you have to take the ball that you make, right? In APA 8
Yes.
ball, you have to take, if you pocket a solid on the break, you have to take solids. Okay. So what do you like here? Do you see anything? What would you start with, Vanny? I'm just curious. Put you to the test here.
Okay.
Which ball would you start with first?
Solids.
Yeah. We got the 4-5. I'll give you some options. You got the 4-5 combo, that I think plays. You have a very difficult shot on the 6 ball to this pocket down here.
I'll go for the 6. That's
Yeah, you have to be careful that you don't
Okay.
scratch here. Okay. So
Okay.
you like the 6. See, do you see how he's jacking
Yeah.
up on the cue ball?
Yeah.
He's trying to get low on the cue ball to avoid scratching in the side. So he can draw that cue ball away from the side pocket. And it was very difficult. When you're jacked up on a ball, it makes the shot much more difficult.
Want to make sure and
Okay.
make a note that the mini tournaments
So now
are separate.
Sherry at the table
And so
and has
if
stripes.
you can come see me at the mini tournament desk. We expect you to be honest about your skill level. If you are not, and you are caught, you will be removed from the event entirely. So, I don't think I've had that happen, but, we expect you to treat your opponent with good sportsmanship, and, I'm a stickler about that. So, if you want to act like a jerk, you'll also be removed from the event. So, want to help you have fun. So don't be hurt. Otherwise, we're taking
Okay. Nice shot on the 1 ball from Wayne. And Wayne is making some clutch shots in this match so far, including the big time 8 ball shot.
Okay, so our first request is for Scotch doubles. Are there other people that want to do Scotch doubles, like a skill cap of 10 or 11, something like that? If anyone wants to do Scotch doubles, step forward.
So a long distance shot here from Scott. And just kind of loosening things up and moving the positions around a little bit, not really trying to do any ball pocketing there. Wants to just improve position.
So we'll do a Scotch 8-ball skill cap of 11. It's going to be race to 2 for Scotch alternating breaks. And starting with Janet and Kelsey here, this is the Scotch line.
So Wayne pocketing that 3 ball. And I think they're gonna work themselves into a bit of a hole here because they're running out of ammo. And the way that 16 plays with Scott and Ashley, they know how to use those balls to their advantage when they have the more balls on the table. They seem to be very good at keeping their opponents in trouble. until they can close out the rack. And so this is a shot here from Sherry. She does have an opportunity here to play this ball off of the rail and off the 15 ball and could pocket it.
Joe Bob and Mater. Joe Bob and Mater here
Oh.
for table 43.
Well, that's going to change things a bit because now the 15 is really not accessible from anywhere. Interesting layout here. I think ideally she wanted to pocket the 15 ball. That would have given them a nice advantage for solids, but just came a little bit short with that. The 15 is hanging on the edge of the cliff there. These diamond tables have deep shelves. Well, I thought our video freezed up. She was so still on that shot. I thought the video might have, the stream froze, but nope. It was just her being very still. Okay, so Wayne now, so they're playing the position game back and forth. That was a smart shot from Ashley to get stripes in a better position, and this is going to be a shot from Wayne to try to do the same thing and get, oh no. So we've seen a couple of scratches from Wayne, one where the cue ball went off the table, and then that one. Just very unfortunate situations, but that's going to leave a really good opportunity for Scott Bernard, Team 16, a chance to get something going and extend the lead to 2-1. Okay, I think he likes setting up as a partner for the 14 ball next. Nicely done. And I like how they're working through this part of the table first and then this part of the table second because the 8 ball's down there. So they're doing a good job with playing the half table game, getting rid of all of their work on one side and then come down to the other side and take care of those balls. So excellent teamwork here. These players seem to be right in sync with what each other is thinking and what the plan and strategy is to get through this rack. But this has been pretty well played the whole way. Okay. Ashley with a little bit of a mistake there on the 10 ball. And let's see if just getting lucky can manage to get the 4 and then the 5 to get down to the 8 ball. That's the trick here, is to get from the 5 to the 8. That's the difficult part, especially if she left him perfectly straight on the 5. If he's perfectly straight, he almost has no chance to get down to the 8. He has to have an angle on that 5 ball to try to get that cue ball off of this bottom rail and somehow back down here or something to get shape. But it looks like he's pretty flat on this ball. And if he has just a little angle, he can push forward, maybe go 2 rails with the cue ball. Yes, he did have a little angle. Good try. Didn't get where he wanted, but it was a good attempt there. And now what? What do you do here? What do you do here? On this 8 ball, she's looking at the kick shot, I believe. Kicking that 8 ball into this pocket. It does have sort of a bigger pocket there because the whatever ball that is that's sitting there by the pocket does kind of help. You know, could potentially make that pocket bigger. The 13 ball is what that is. It's just sitting there. Good try. Kind of ties up the 13 a little bit here. So this got a little funny. I'm not sure if Scott's going to have an opportunity at the 13 or not. If he does, he's going to have to take it now. Or he could just let them worry about it, right? You don't have to play the shot. You can just miss something and leave them that 8 ball, and they have to really break it out. He might just play, yeah, he's going to play this and miss it intentionally here. I think he's going to miss intentionally and just leave that 12 over by the pocket somewhere. Nope, he went for it. I kind of like the intentional miss on that last shot, just to leave it by the pocket and let them figure out the 8 ball, you know, because taking that ball off the table when you don't really have a clear path on the 13 just makes it a little tougher. So a little conference here in coaching between Scott and Ashley. He's saying you can put the cue ball down here. That'd be a good place for it. Oh, maybe he's saying put the 10 ball down there. Yeah, just nudge the 10 down table. That's what you want. If the 10 is down there, then you have the breakout opportunity if you need it. So he's kind of pointing to the spot on the ball for her to hit.
J&J Morrison and Dominators. J&J Morrison Dominators, you're on table 45.
Okay, just a little bit off the full ball hit. Gonna make sure you don't scratch in the side here. Well, she hit that with a bit of pace there. Okay, no worries. There's absolutely nothing going with that 8 ball. Don't think that Wayne has any real opportunity at the 8 ball here. So a referee coming to watch, I think. So I think I know what he's going to do. He's going to try to thin off of just a thin piece of this 8 ball and come in and pocket. He wants to pocket their ball, their stripe, with a legal shot of hitting the 8 first. And that was well done. Now, it would have been ideal if the 8 would have stayed right there because it would have been right in the path of the 10 ball. So the 8 did get a little more roll out of it than he wanted. I think he just needed to hit a little thinner on that ball and it would have been a better shot.
And then another Scotch snow cap up.
He just hit a little too full on that 8.
We'll
But
get those table assignments called shortly.
this is going to give Scott the chance here to pull off a good shot. Let's see what he's going to do. He's banking and leaving a bank on the 8. Okay. So now Sherry Roberts coming to the table with a bank shot opportunity, and it's pretty safe too. it's not going to really sell out a shot. If she doesn't make it, it doesn't really harm anybody. Because I think if you come into the 8 for the bank shot,
All right, if you sign
right,
up for the
8
first,
goes this way,
Scotch doubles
and the cue ball comes this way. And if you miss, you probably don't sell out anything on the 10 ball. If you can get that cue ball right around in here after the shot's over at the end, I think that's ideal.
All mini tournaments are single elimination, and we'll keep them running all night long, as long as people want to play.
As long as you don't hit it too hard
Kelsey and Janet versus
and scratch
Jake
in
and
this bottom
Jared
corner
on
down
table
here.
53.
You want to
Kelsey
avoid
and
that
Janet
scratch in that bottom corner.
versus Jake and Jared
That's the
on
only
table
danger to the
53.
shot.
Conrad and Rick versus Jeff and Lonnie on 54.
I don't really think the
Conrad
scratch
and
is
Rick
that risky here.
versus Jeff and Lonnie on 54. Jonathan and Tina versus Alex and Mike on 55.
Okay, so she went for the safety,
Jonathan and Tina
and that was
versus
not
Alex
as
and Mike
successful
on
as she wanted.
55. And then Martha
That's
and
going to leave an
Eddie
opportunity
versus Belinda
for
and
Ashley
June on 56. Martha and
to come up
Eddie
with a big time
versus
shot
Belinda
here.
and June on table 56.
Oh, such a close try, and that's going to scratch and leave ball in hand on the 8 ball for Wayne. Just getting lucky, just got lucky. So living up to the team name. Pretty much choose whatever pocket you want here for the 8 ball, whatever you like. And down it goes. Just getting lucky is on the hill now. 2-1. What a turnaround that was. And I saw Ashley kind of shaking her head like, ugh, but that was a tough shot on that ball. She came very close, and, sometimes those go your way and sometimes they don't, but the scratch always hurts in that situation. So let's see if 16 can work through that. And there again, just like in the last set, I think they had to win 3 straight racks to close it out. They're going to have to do the same in this one. Actually, I'm not sure if it was them last match that had to come back. I think it was a different team that I'm thinking about, but we've seen a couple of comebacks today from teams that are down and have to win 3 straight racks to win their match, and have done it. So it's not impossible. It starts with 1. I always tell myself when I'm down in a match, you only have to win 1 game. Doesn't matter how far you're down. It could be whatever the score is. It doesn't matter. You only need to win 1 game. This one, the one you're in right now, because all the other ones don't matter, because you can't do anything about the future games. You can only do something about the one that you're currently in. So don't worry about the score and just work through the problem in front of you.
You and I don't miss. You're on tape 8. Bandits and metadata.
So
bandits
a nice shot there from Scott to just completely blast into all of those balls, rearrange the furniture a little bit. And what did he get out of that, though? Looks like the 1 plays in the side. The 5 plays to the corner. Although playing the 5 in the corner is a bit of a reach over the table. I'm not sure how comfortable Ashley would be with that. I kind of do like the 5 now because it's harder to get position on. But Ashley plays that, and the 5 in the corner might be the next shot, and that might be Scott's. right? So Scott might decide to take that from a little further away. I do like getting that 5 taken care of because it's probably one of your more difficult balls to pocket. And he overcuts it.
James Wolf, are you in the building?
And now we're going to see just getting lucky with stripes.
James Wolf.
Wayne's coming to the table first. Wayne Wakabashi, a skill level 6.
Or Desi Oberman. Desi Oberman?
Okay, so they're working through the rack here. Getting stripes off the table. I think the ball that I'm focused on is this 13 ball. I don't believe it plays past the 4 to this corner. So they do have to be aware of that ball and where it's going to be going. Awkward queuing position here for Sherry, but she handled it nicely and gets her partner Wayne an opportunity on either the 12 or the 10 ball. He's got options on either this ball or this ball to the corner pocket. But maybe the 13 does play. I didn't think it had room to go by that 4 ball, but obviously it does if he's playing it. Yeah. Maybe it had room, but he just needed to barely miss the 4 ball to get it down there. So this is a really good look now for 16 to try to come back into this match and get something going here. All right, sorry, I had to take a little break from the commentary and have a chat. We are here to network and talk to people about the EvoSports platform. So I will be on and off the mic intermittently, we'll say. So it looks like on that shot, Scott got a little bit more juice out of that ball than he was hoping for. I think he was thinking he was going to bump into one of those balls to kill the speed off the cue ball, but it went all the way in between everything without touching anything. So, so Ashley's going to have to probably thin cut this 2 ball here. Yeah, tough shot. Good try. An opportunity now for Just Getting Lucky, who's on the hill. They can win the match with this rack.
Check in for 3-person will be delayed until approximately 6:30.
Oh, just coming a little short on that 10 ball is Scott. They needed that one, but nothing. Or that was, sorry, that was Wayne. I apologize, mixing up the names. But now Scott with the opportunity here. If he can pocket this 2-ball, I think he's going to cut this in the side. I think he's going to cut this in the side, a difficult shot, bring the cue ball, this rail, and this rail, and back out again. That's what I like here. Let's see what he thinks. So he cuts it in the corner, and that's going to leave Ashley with a very, very difficult 8-ball shot. They're going to have a conference here to figure out how to approach this 8-ball, and they are talking it over here, figuring out what they want to do. So let's see here.
All right, we just need one more team on the.
So I believe it is 1 timeout per rack, I think. They get to use 1 timeout per rack, from what I understand. So they might have already used their timeout, per se. So.
Practicing or continue competing, win some money, whatever, keep playing pool. We've got you covered here at the mini tournament.
Yeah. So maybe there is more than 1 timeout per rack. I need to get a clarification on the rules on the timeouts because I'm curious about that. So I think they've already had one, but maybe that was a different rack I was thinking about. But somebody in the chat said that's typically how it works. Yeah, that was a lot to ask for to execute anything on that 8-ball. I think ideally she wanted to use the 8-ball and maybe pocket the 10 or something. So, but this is not easy either because the 8 did kind of go right up next to that 12-ball in the middle of the table. So I believe that what you would probably want to do here is play rail first on this 10. Come off the rail about here, and then come off the 10. That's going to send the cue ball up in this direction here. which is going to give you the optimal shape for that 12 ball in the side next. So I think that's what Wayne is saying. If you go rail first, it helps bring that cue ball up table a bit. But you have to make the ball, because if you miss the ball, you will be selling out the 8 in the side. So this, literally this shot is, yep, he's pointing to the spot on the rail to hit. This shot is a make it, miss and lose, make it and win potentially. Very nicely played from Sherry. She gets her partner a pretty nice leave on the 12. He is going to have to move this cue ball a little bit, probably go down to the bottom rail and back again, I would assume. Just use the rails here. So he did not go to the bottom rail and back. He's leaving her a long distance 8 ball. I think if he plays that with more pace, that cue ball comes back into a closer position on the 8 ball. But he tried to slow roll it and hold the cue ball. That did make for a more difficult 8 ball shot for Sherry. And let's see if just getting lucky. They're not going to use luck here. They're going to be using skill to make this shot.
Amy and Ty versus Eric and Alex on 64. It's going to be Amy and Ty versus
Not
Eric
quite,
and Alex on
and
64.
not going to leave anything good. Wow, a very fortunate leave. 8 ball goes all the way to the other side of the table. And now Scott Bernard, what is he going to do here? He's going to bank this thing.
This is a first 5 and below board.
Banking the 8 ball. He is marking the pocket with his chalk, but it is a chalk holder. So I guess if it has a chalk holder on it, it is okay to mark the pocket with it. And comes up short, bringing the cue ball all the way back down. Don't scratch, don't scratch. And there it goes, down it goes, and that's going to be loss of game. Congratulations to Just Getting Lucky. They got that 3-1. So stay tuned. We'll have more action for you shortly. And thanks for watching, guys.